So I went and broke down all 32 teams. I put them in Super Bowl tiers. I have 5 tiers. So I guess let's roll the tiers. So starting at the bottom with absolutely no shot, you got the Denver Broncos. They stink. Patriots, awful. New York Giants, dumpster fire. Raiders, not very good. And a bit of a surprise entrant in the Arizona Cardinals, who I don't think are very good this year. The schedule is brutal. Not a ton of talent. I think they're in a wait-and-see year where it's like, is Kyler Murray our guy? We'll see. But that group is absolutely no shot at anything. Next up, we've got they need a prayer. These 7 teams need a prayer to get to the playoffs or Super Bowl, starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry, guys. As much as I've liked Russell Wilson, it ain't happening. The team is not very good. Schedule's daunting. No thank you. I think the Bucs take a big step back, losing a great offensive coordinator in Canales. Listen, it's not a knock on Baker. I don't see it duplicating this year. The Saints are the team that irked me to no end last season. Folks, I was all in on them, schedule, everything. I just looked at the off-season ranking for offensive lines. The Saints are 32nd, according to one report. 32nd. And we know Carr stinks under pressure. Saints, they're not going to be good. Vikings, Alex and I talked about them earlier. Good team, but they're going to need a prayer in that division. Washington, I'm not feeling the hype. Cowherd loves them. I don't see it. Carolina Panthers, the only team in this group which kind of has the arrow pointing up. If you remember, last month we had on a guy, Adam Chernoff. His group bet the Panthers win total over, moved it from 4.5 to 5.5. I'm telling you, Panthers are a buy team for me. And then the Tennessee Titans, they're not very good, but they got a lot of new pieces. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they're not in that final bottom group. Mid. That's what the young kids like to say. How's my fit today? Oh, that's mid, Dad. Not great. That's how I feel about these teams. Dolphins, they pull back a little. Falcons, are they that good? They're the one argument they should be up higher. Rams, obviously, made the playoffs last year. I don't know if Stafford's going to stay healthy again. Bears on the uptick. Jags, I don't know what to make of the Jags, folks. I can't put them in a tier higher. They're not lower. Colts is another team on the uptick. Keep an eye on the Colts. If Richardson's healthy, they are going to be in contention for a playoff spot. And then Seattle, I don't know what to do with Seattle. Wacky season. Now, the second tier, which we're calling in the mix for the Super Bowl, is lengthy. Obviously, Buffalo, I know people are going to say, wait, Buffalo, why aren't they in the top? I think Alex and I talked about the Ravens. A lot of people have Ravens in the top. I'm just telling you, Ravens, last year, obviously a charmed season. They had home field advantage, Lamar MVP. They lost a lot of dudes. Offensive line, defensive coordinators gone. There will be a pullback from the Ravens, folks. I'm getting in front of it. I don't know that they're going to be like a 9-win team, but they will certainly not be the cream of the crop in the AFC. Eagles, I like, and they nearly made the top list for me. Texans, I can't go all in. I know Alex and I talked about them earlier. I can't put them in the top tier. Cowboys, we'll see. They've got a lot of question marks. Everybody loves the Packers. Now, the Chargers, I think, have the lowest win total of the in the mix crowd. But I'm just telling you, their schedule is cake. They're here based on the schedule. And keep an eye on the Browns, who I think are a little undervalued. Their offensive line returning healthy, it's so beat up last year. I like the Browns. And finally, the top tier, the favorites. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The New York Jets. They are there, folks. No cap. 49ers obviously are there. They're the favorites. The Chiefs are going to be in the mix, to win the Super Bowl. I don't like it, but that's the reality. Detroit Lions are very good. They will be knocking on the door. And yes, the Cincinnati Bengals, who finished last place in the division last year. And every year somebody goes worst to first. Now, it's a little cheesy to go, a team with a good record to go worst to first, but that's what the Bengals were, toughest division in football. I have a lot of notes on the Jets. I'm not going to go too deep here, but I have them favored in 13 of 17 games. Pro Football Focus has their offensive line. They were 31st last year. They're 5th this year because it got so much better. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers' Achilles is everything, but the offensive line is way better. Pass defense, number 1 in the NFL. A guy at ESPN said the Jets linebackers graded out as tied with the Niners as the best in the league. Folks, this team is stacked, ridiculously stacked. If healthy, and let's just assume health for everybody, I'm telling you, the Jets will be in the mix. We can make fun of Aaron Rodgers' Egypt nonsense, but I'm on record. The Jets will be in the mix. Favorites, one of the top 5, one of the 5 favorites to win the Super Bowl. And Vegas, guys, kind of sort of agrees with me.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.